Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about the stock market, what's going on, what to do with your money right now, and where to put it. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and also comment down below what you guys want to see. I appreciate you for watching, and yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the market today as a whole. My portfolio is down almost 3% today. Let's see, the SPY is actually down as well, almost 2%, recovered overnight, going up a little bit here. Same with the portfolio. The portfolio was down at its lowest on today, about 4.5%. So yeah, definitely a low spot for the portfolio. But yeah, I mean, we've been dropping a lot, over the past month, almost down, the past 3 months down 15% almost. Year to date down 10%. All time, we're not even up that much anymore, but past year we're up a lot. So that's good. I mean, we still want to, be close to mimicking the S&P returns. We definitely want to be ahead of it. But I mean, with the stocks we're invested in right now, I don't think it's a surprise that we're underperforming the index short term. We have AMD, which, this stock has, I don't think it's gone up over the past, as long as I've had my portfolio. I don't think the stock has gone up. So this one's going to be a hard one to, make money with right now. But I think 3 to 7 years in the future, buying AMD for under $100 is going to be a joke. I think that nobody's going to believe that it even happened. So yeah, I mean, you can see I have average cost of 110, almost $6,000 in this asset. Definitely believe in AMD very heavily. Very great company. But I mean, that's what I mean. What I want to talk about this video is where to put your money. So there's a lot of growth stocks that have been heavily beaten down. This is the same thing I talk about every video almost. I mean, we want to outpace the market, right? But I mean, all this talk about tariffs and fear in the market and all that stuff going on, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to us. That's short term. That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I mean, look at Amazon right here. Amazon's getting affected by tariffs heavily, and what the president is saying, whatever is going on in the government. Nothing has changed for this company. They're very cheap, down 12% year to date, down almost 20% from the high this year. And look at this. I mean, they're in a massive correction right now. They're not a crash. Let's look at the overall market. This isn't a stock market crash. This is a massive correction. So if we look at this right here, this is a massive correction. It went from 612 to almost 555 right now. There hasn't been a drop this big in a while, in probably a year. Definitely a year. And then you look at 5 years, there's been drops like this past 5 years, but this is a big drop. This is definitely a sizable one on the chart right here. You can see it. But I mean, we've been up and up for so long that it's bound to happen. Market corrections happen, and that's where it shakes out the people that aren't really investors. If you're not cut out for investing and buying stocks, then this is where probably you're going to get shaken out, and you're not going to be able to invest in these stocks. You're going to sell out because the market's down, and then you're going to buy high, sell low, and then when the market starts going up again, you'll buy in, and then it'll crash again, and then this cycle repeats, and that's why people can't outperform the S&P 500 and the indexes. But really, if you just buy low and sell high, no, I'm kidding. That sounds very cliche, but if you buy great companies like Meta, this company is up year to date, but I mean, they were at a high of, they were up 25% year to date. So really, I mean, over the past 3 months, you can see they're down 5%. The past month, they're down 20%. So this is a company that's also having a massive correction, but nothing changed in Meta's business model. They're still the same company doing amazing revenue. They're beating expectations quarter in, quarter out, and they're down 20%. This is a golden buy. I mean, there's no reason not to buy this company. This is one of the best opportunities in the market, I think, is Meta. There's a lot of great opportunities in the market right now. Another one that is very amazing opportunity, especially earlier today, it recovered a little bit, but Nike was trading almost at $70 a share. I mean, Nike under $70 is just, I mean, it's a joke. It was $68 right here. I think the 52-week low, yeah, it's 68, 62. I mean, Nike trading this low, a company like that trading that low is just absolute joke. I mean, please buy as many shares of Nike as you can. This is the easiest money you could possibly make in the stock market, is in companies like Nike, who great business model, great company, been doing the same thing year in, year out, beating expectations. Wide economic moat. They have the swoosh. Amazon, same thing. I mean, these are just amazing companies all in the portfolio that are doing the same thing year in and year out and beating expectations, and they have that wide economic moat. and the stock market's dropping because of things that these companies can't control and they're not even involved in. And their stock price is falling with the market, as it tends to do. It'll also rise with the market as there's stuff that they're not involved in. But as the economy strengthens and these companies' numbers grow and grow and grow, I mean, it's going to outpace the S&P and every ETF by a sizable amount. I mean, AMD especially, this stock is very cheap. You could see it's, this stock is in a massive crash. It dropped in half from its high, but I mean, this is still a cheap company. It's a great company that's gone up 130% in the past 5 years. It's gone up 462% all time. But you can see it's in a massive crash right now, and that's why we're buying right here. We don't think. I mean, look at what happened last time it crashed. It came up, it was at 158, dropped in half, $60, almost a third, and then you bought it at $60. It got to 200 at 4x. And how long did that even take? It took 2 years to 4x. It didn't even take 2 years. It was more like a year and a half to 4x the stock price. So, I mean, if this is what happened last time, then, I mean, don't say I didn't tell you about it. I mean, this company is a very, very good deal right now, and I think that you'd be crazy to not get into it. Nike, same thing, really cheap. Already talked about that. Elf, this is a company that was just trading, great company, all time. Up 330, or 5 years, up 337%, all time up 165%. But look at the crash. I mean, this company was trading in the 200s, now it's $60. But if we look again, what happened last time this company, it came up, it crashed. I mean, it didn't crash. It had a little bit of a correction, and then it kept going up. It went down, correction, went up, couldn't sustain the growth, went down, went down. These are companies that have very high growth rates and are still going to have high growth rates, but just aren't the same. And a great example of this is Palantir. Palantir is the company that everyone knows. If you invested in Palantir, you're rich. If you bought a sizable amount of Palantir when it was, I mean, I didn't even go back far enough, but I mean, if you bought, look at Palantir was trading in the 30s of dollars. And then everyone got shaken out of the stock. Okay, I'm scared to buy Palantir. It was $6 a share. Palantir was $6 a share in 2022. And it stayed around this range. It was $7 in 2023. Stayed around that range. No one wanted Palantir. It was a horrible stock. You couldn't sell Palantir to someone for free. No one wanted Palantir in their portfolio because they thought this company sucks and their growth rates dropped. They're not going to do what they've been doing. And then the company just, went on an absolute tear. I had Palantir in the portfolio for a while. I actually sold it at the top. I'm very, very happy with what happened there. But I had Palantir for a while. I sold a lot when it hit this, big number of 112, 116. That was a very high value for Palantir in my opinion. So I sold some shares off. And yeah, I mean, now it's dropped a little bit. But I mean, you can see Palantir for a little bit here was, in the 120s. And it was just $6 a share. That's over 20x in the stock market. You don't find that very often. 20x in your money it's a lot more than you may think. That's $1,000 to 20,000. That's 10,000 to 200,000, and that's 100,000 to 2 million, and that's a million to 20 million. That's quite the jump to 20x your money once you get in the bigger intervals of money. That's a lot. That's 10 million to 200 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of 2x or 20xing going on there. So, I mean, these are the companies that, I mean, and all of these companies have the potential. I don't think Palantir's done. I think Palantir's still a great company, and yeah, they ran up a lot, and they're going to have a little bit of a correction, but all of these companies have potential to do what Palantir did. Yeah, they're not $6, but relative to where the company's at, they're very cheap. Elf is very cheap. AMD is very cheap. Meta is cheap. Celsius, very cheap. SoFi, very cheap. Nike, very cheap. Shopify, same thing. Amazon, same thing. Cake, PayPal, Fubo. Fubo is more of a speculative play. I'll say that. Honest is also more of a speculative play. But everything besides that, Estee Lauder is one I'm kind of buying with Elf, just in the makeup industry. But besides those 3 stocks, every stock in this portfolio, or even Estee Lauder, all those besides 2 stocks are stocks that have been beaten down and just have been hated stocks, and the market is going to flip on them eventually, in my opinion, and their financials back them up. They're great buys, and there's no reason not to buy these companies, so that's why I own them. And I think they have a very bright future ahead of them, and that's why I'm buying these stocks. And that's all for today, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Be sure to like this one, subscribe, and also comment down below what you guys want to see next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.